the Irontrader. Now the pit's closed here at 2:30. That was about 20 minutes ago. So as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, buy the ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily chart. Let's see what we got going here now. All right, so we have like a red candle going on here. Now, actually, UCO was a pretty good scalp today. I scalped the SCO. That was a good trade on the downside, and the UCO was a good trade on the upside. So actually, it was a pretty good day here in crude. Let me just big this up a little bit and see where we are. Okay, so we have a red candle now, but basically we have sideways action. So let's just look at the downside first. So what we want to do is watch this 8 SMA. When the futures open here at 6 p.m. Tonight or tomorrow morning, however you trade, watch this key level. This is 77.18. And then we want to look to today's low, which is basically 76.80. Okay, so those are going to be two key levels. Now, again, if that is lost here, then what we have is you have 75.93. That is your 21 SMA. Very, very key. It would be nice if it came all the way down. That'd even be a nicer scalp, but we got to see how that's all going to shake out. So again, watch that key 8 SMA here. You're looking at 77.18. Watch today's low at 76.80, and then watch 75.93 or 21 SMA. Now again, if that's lost, we'll come to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 75.52 here, and then we can just follow the candle. So what do you have? 74.52. We have 74.22, and then we have your nice 50-day here sitting at 73.84. Now, even if this comes down all the way down to that 50-day, it's still a very bullish pattern, because what we have is you have a low, we have a higher low, higher low, higher low, and you can come all the way down to that 50, and it's still going to be a very good bullish pattern. 73.84. Whether it gets there or not, I mean, who knows? Now, again, if that's lost, we'll come right down here. You're looking at 73.23. We have 72.38, 71.79, and then we have a nice retest here of 71.41. That would be your price channel level. Okay, so that's basically where you're going to go on the downside. But realistically here, I don't think it's going to get all the way down there. You got too much support going on here. So realistically, you want to watch that 8 SMA, 77.18. If that's lost, we have that 21-day at 75.93. Okay, so those are going to be very, very key. Now, on the upside, well, we want to watch that, obviously, that 200-day here. See if I can get her in there. Okay, yeah, you're looking at 77.53. And then we have your 100-day right above that at 77.65. Then what we do here is we just look to the top of the candle. So you want to watch today's high then. You have 78.56. And then we want to watch the top of this candle. You're looking at 78.77. And this is your big breakout at 79.29. Bottom line, you are going to break out of this. There's no question about it. The thing about it is probably just not right today. Okay, but eventually you will. Now again, 79.29, we take that right across here. That's going to become big resistance because look, you can see exactly where it went. See here, okay, top of that candle, 79.60. Top of that, 79.77. So see, it's all right there. But again, if you can close above that 79.29, then that would be your target, 79.60, and then we have 79.77. Now above that, we'll just follow the candles. You have 81.05, you have 82.24, and then we'll come over to this, bring this price channel across, and what do we have? You have 83.60, okay? And then what we do is we follow the candles up. You have 85.30, then we bring this price channel right across. What do you have? 85.90, all right? And then what we do, we work ourselves up to 88.29, bring this price channel across, and then we have 89.09. Then we just follow it up, okay? You got 91.88, 93.10, we have 94.17, and your big retest up here at 95.03. But I just say you're coming into the seasonality here now. This is just not where you say, hey, I want to go. Today was a good scalping day on the short and a good scalping day on the long. Until you can break and close above this key level here, that 79.29, that is going to be the key. If once you close above that, then we can start rattling off all these resistant levels all the way up. But right now, we just have basically a sideways action, but you just have to look at the positive. See how your 50-day came down, and now she's curling up. Your 21-day is on the way up here. Your 8-day is on the way up. It's not rolling over. Basically, the only one that's rolling over is the 100 SMA here. But if that 8-day can cross that 200-day and that 100-day, you'll push your price right on up. Your RSI, you got a little bit of 56 there. No big deal. If you look at here at your MACD, your green is above your red here. Very, very nice. That means as you got the momentum and you got the bullishness here. Okay, so just quick review. Upside, watch this key when those futures open. Watch that 77.53. That's your 200 SMA here. Watch that 77.65, and then today's high, which is basically 78.56, and then we want to watch 78.77, and then you retest 79.29. On the downside, watch that 8 SMA, 77.18. If that's lost, your 21-day is sitting right there. Really, really nice. Okay, sitting there at 75.93. And then bottom line, you can follow those candles, but basically you're going to probably retest that 83.84. But again, with this low, higher low, higher low, higher low, you come all the way down there, you still have a higher low. Very, very bullish chart. All right, let's take a look here on a weekly and a monthly. All right, here we have the old weekly. Now, your 21-day here is rolled over. It's below your 50 SMA here, but your 8-day, see how nice this is? It never did cross that 200, went sideways, and then rolling right on up here. So basically, we had this wedge pattern coming in here. It broke up higher. Then we went all the way to the 21-day, all the way down to the 200-day. The next day, we went down to the 200-day, came right up to the 50-day, and then we made a higher high. But realistically here, what you want to look at here on the upside is you're sitting right pretty much right now. Real time, you're sitting at 77.29, and your 50-day is sitting at 77.33. So you are right there. Just below it here, we have the 21-day at 77.09. Again, if that is lost, then what we want to do is you want to watch this 8 SMA. That's going to be very key, 75.36. But as that's curling right on up here, see this 200-day? Look how much. You see it's on the rise. Very, very nice. But even if it comes down here, see how many times that 200-day has held? That's why you always want to just put that 200-day and always look at a weekly chart. The 200-day, look at that key support. It can come down and spike down, but this is a weekly chart. As long as it closes back above there for the week, very, very bullish. All right, you look at your RSI, you got 50. No problem. This I do like. So your green is above your red. You made that bullish cross. Very, very nice. So today is just Tuesday, just one of those days. Now remember, there's no API report today. It's going to be Wednesday at 4:30, and then your EIA report will be at 11 o'clock on Thursday, and then for natural gas will be Thursday at 10:30, and then your rig count on Friday. So it's going to be a fast week because it's only a 4-day week. So let's take a look here on the old monthly chart. What do we got? Okay. So again, if we can rally high, this is going to be the key candle right here, okay? That's at 79.29 like we had on the daily. If we can get above that, this is going to be your target right here. 79.70, that's your 8 SMA, and then right above it here, we have 81.14. That is going to be your next target. So always watch this top of this candle. If that's a breakout, that's 79.29, then that's your next target is 79.70, and then we have 81.14. So right now, it's just basically a scalper's market until you can close above that top of that candle, 79.29. So I have a long position on, but I'm scalping it both directions every day. Going into seasonality, because remember, you got Memorial Day here, you got 4th of July coming up here, you got the summer driving, and I think people are going to be doing a lot of traveling this year. You've got hurricane season. The economy is really good. Sometimes don't listen to all those talking heads on CNBC and all this. They're all nonsense. They're talking about cutting rates 6 times. That's all bullshit. That Fed, you'll be lucky if they cut 1, 2, maybe even if at all. Okay, because inflation is going to come in here. People are going to be driving. This is the shoulder season right now. Okay, shoulder season for crude oil, natural gas, gasoline, for homes. Okay, your biggest season is going to be in the spring. Okay, for hotels, for travel. Okay, for people hiring. Okay, so inflation going to kick in. Fed ain't going to read, but you got a good, strong economy going here. So as long as people have money, they have jobs. No big worry. So realistically, watch this 79.29. Very, very key. A close above, get that 8-day, and then we have the 21-day. On the downside, just watch this. You want to watch, first of all, that 50-day. You're hanging right on there on that 50-day right now. Right below it, we have that 77.09. If it sells down lower, then just watch that 8 SMA, 75.36. If that's lost, you know where you're going to go. You're going to go right down to 72.65. Okay, so we know exactly where we're going to go. That's why charts are a roadmap. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, that's it. It's the aftermath. It's all horseshit. They'll tell you exactly where you go. I can tell you right now. You got to go. Your upside is going to be that 79.29. Above that, you're going to go here. You're going to go there. If this is all lost, you're going to go right to this 8 SMA. If that 8 SMA is lost, you can go right out to the 200-day. Very, very simple. Okay, let's take a look and see what old Natty Gas is doing. All right, natural gas. Now, natural gas, what I did today, I didn't scalp any UNG. I think there was a trade there, but it just wasn't the right setup for me. But I got 4.5 points out of KOLD today, and I was happy with that because I was already scalping the crude oil, which is a lot better trade here. I was a little bit short on the indexes here as far as your NASDAQ here. So actually, it was a really good day trading, and I actually scalped Tesla. Got 3 points out of Tesla. So it was a good, really good day trading for a Tuesday. So anyway, here's what we have. Okay, this is going to be your key level. What we want to watch first is this 1.55. Okay, so this is your level here that you're going to want to trade against right there. So watch that 1.55, but this is it. If this 1.52 is lost, you're going to 144. That's where the target is. But when you look at this stair step down, see this all the way down. Okay, now you look like you're maybe putting in a bottom, maybe possibly. Now the key is you got to maintain that 1.57. You got to get above that, and so far you are. The next tier is going to be this 1.58, which you're sitting pretty much right at. If you can get above that, they will come to the top of that price channel right there, 1.66, and then maybe even that 50-day at 1.68. But right now here, this doesn't look too bad. The key is watch that 155. If that's lost, you're going to retest that 15.52. And, if that's lost, you're going to go 1.44. All right, let's take a look here at a tick chart. Okay, here's we have a tick chart. This is if you're going to scalp a market you want to trade off of, this is what you want to do. So you always wait for the price to come on down here. Okay, so it comes on down. You never want to take that low right there. You want to have it rise up, went right to the 50, came right down there and put in a higher low. Okay, but your low basically here was 1.56, and then your retest was basically 1.567. Okay, so very, very tight range here, but never buy it on the first. Let it go up, let it retest. And then we had a really nice kind of a run-up situation here. But this was just, for me, it was a little bit tight because there isn't a whole lot of movement here when you look at it. Okay, now here's another good example. You had a high here, came down. You made a nice, actually, double bottom here, went right on up here. But if you look at the low on this, okay, what did you have? 1.57 and you have 1.58. For me, the spread just wasn't enough there, to worry about. I could see there's going to be a real tight range here in the old natural gas. But if you're going to scalp trades here, use a tick chart. That really works pretty good. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily, weekly, and a monthly. All right, here we have your daily chart. Okay, bigger up a little bit. All right, so obviously you can see here, see how this 8 SMA, how it dominates the whole situation. This was that contract roll, and this is where we're talking about those shutting down, those pipelines. And, now remember, when you look at this, the pipelines, and, I understand this, and hopefully everybody else understand this. Pipelines, you're not going to build instantly. It's always projected. But again, it's you always want to look, any kind of a trader wants to look at here, at the future. Okay, it's just like when a stock comes in, in the news on the stock. Okay, so you don't worry about what the news is. You want to watch the reaction to the news. That's the key. And the reaction to them shutting down those pipelines, and maybe, what I'm saying, not shipping as much LNG out, or maybe just whatever they're shipping out. This is what the reaction was. Okay, it wasn't just the news. The reaction. That's what you always want to watch. Okay, so when you look at like a natural gas here now there's that 1.52. So you got to be very, very careful. That is basically what you'll trade again. So you want to just stair step this back up again here. So you have 1.61 here. You got 1.63. We have 1.66. But realistically, this is what you need to get back above that 1.69. If you can, then what we can do, then we can start ratcheting it back up to 1.78, 1.86, 1.88, and then we have 1.99, 2.04, 2.10, 2.12. The key is going to be getting back to that gap. That's 2.16. But basically, before you can do that, you have to close above this 8 SMA. Very, very crucial. So bottom line, what you trade against here now is this 1.52. If that is lost, then you're going to go to 1.44, which is sitting right here, the big retest all the way down in 2020. Okay, so that's what you want a look at. So always look at when you get news, it's not just that, it's the perception. Okay, right now the perception was, hey, they're going to shut off the natural gas, the LNG. They're not going to ship it. That's why she came on down. So always look at that. Even though the lines aren't going to be able to be built for 4 years or whatever, even though they get going, it's the perception. Always realize that the same way with the news. It's the reaction, not the actual news. Okay, so always remember that. Because sometimes earnings come in and say, man, this is some real crap. But it's the reaction to the news. Somebody finds something and says, oh, this can be here. So it's always the reaction. Now here on your daily, well, you can see there's absolutely nothing going in here that's to like at all. This just fell off the map. So when we look over to the monthly, this is what you need to go. If you can get above that 8 SMA here, this is what we need to do, is that 1.946. Very, very crucial. You get back above that price channel and get back into the game, okay? So when you're talking about that 1.52, like I've been pointing out, here we just look to the bottom of the candle. What do you see? 1.52. Okay, that's where it's going. I told you that when this was way up here. You just follow once that 1.94 here is gone. You just follow the candles all down. Okay, so basically you had 1.85 here. We had 1.79, and then we follow it down 1.64. We had 1.60 here, 1.52, and now again, if that's lost, 1.44. So realistically, when you look at charts, where something has been usually is where something's going to go again. Okay, it's the same way like when you see a gap on a chart. Well, that's like a magnet to a fridge. That's where she's going to go, right to the gap. Now, not necessarily to the fill right away, but eventually those gaps will get filled. It just, you have to be a little patient with it. That's the whole key of trading. Let the trade come to you. Don't force it. Okay, so we look at your RSI here. Well, this is way oversold condition here. You look at your MACD here. You're way oversold condition. But what you need to do, it just has to get above that 8 SMA here. There's nothing here, okay? There is nothing here to be bullish about until you can either hold this 1.52 or get above that 1.69. If you can do that, then we have a bullish turn. We can go ahead. If you lose that 1.452, boom. That is going to be your target. Now, it might not get right to 1.44. It might get to 1.446 or 1.45. But this is the area that you'd be looking for next if 1.52 is lost. All right, that's what I got for you on Yo Crude Ski and Natty Gas. I'll be back tomorrow morning before 8 o'clock, and we'll do it all over again. Thanks for watching.